Hi, it's Joy and today I'm going to be watching Arrow Season 8, Episode 8, Crisis on Infinite Earths Part 4. It is Part 4 of Crisis. I'm so sorry this video is up so much later than when the episode aired, but this last month has just been not great. But I'm finally feeling a bit more up to recording and hopefully up to editing soon. Obviously if you're seeing this I have edited it. Shocking, I know. I'm using a different method of recording these reactions, so if the sound isn't right, you can't hear me properly or you can't hear the episode properly, I'm really sorry. I've spent the past half an hour trying to tweak it to be just right, but it'll be an ongoing process and maybe differ with each video. But yeah, I am really excited to get back to Crisis. After when we left it, it was quite bleak, and I am very stressed, so I cannot wait. I am terrified. Let's go. Okay, let's just agree, everyone, pushing him off the edge of the universe. This is unexpected.
Are we ready?
Just about.
Monitor backstory. Very unexpected.
You better suit up.
I look ridiculous.
You
Is
do.
this really the height of fashion at the dawn of time?
No.
A suit provides a shield.
You are the monitor.
So she's why he calls himself the Monitor. Because obviously something's going to go terribly wrong here.
Engaging
He's
portal.
involved. Told you something was going to go
I'm
wrong.
getting readings here I don't understand.
Manavu's involved. Something always
Your
goes
presence
wrong.
has the antimatter. You have to get out of
So,
there. Get out of
did
there
he
right
cause all
now.
this problem? He is the reason all this is happening. Did we already know that? I mean, I think I expected it because he's utterly useless, but...
My towering ambition has doomed us all.
So it is all his fault. I knew I didn't like him. I mean, I like him less, but...
Ever.
So it's been a while. He's all beardy.
Paragon of Honor just meditates for hours.
I mean, that's not totally unusual for John. It is normally when he's in a more of a trying to work stuff out, but you know,
Paragon of Hope
could be him still.
has lost hers.
Oh, Kara. She'll get it back. She was already in a pretty vulnerable hope place as it was going in.
Spend my days
Careful.
I still advise shoving him off the side of the universe.
Couldn't I be trapped at the edge of eternity with someone possessing more than 200 IQ points?
You're the reason you're trapped here.
douchebag.
The teleport us to work.
Kate makes a
Yeah.
good point.
We've lost too many good people already. Thanks for volunteering, Lex.
I mean, he's the best case scenario option.
Well, that's fair.
That's not very Kara-like,
because
but...
I killed your parallel reality cousin?
Or is it because, you know, we need all the Paragons. You've already got rid of one of them. You're not a Paragon. We don't need you.
We get out of here. We defeat the anti-monitor. And we find a way to get all the people we lost.
Kara's still got hope in there. And then he explodes. I knew he wasn't going to explode, but I'm still a little bit sad that he didn't. Or at least he could have been teleported just out of my life. He is a good Lex Luthor. I just still don't love him being part of Kara's story. Barry?
Where am I?
Sweetie? You're not beardy.
There's no way out of here.
Oh, Barry. We'll find a way. Oliver. I was thinking it was really weird that we were having an episode of Arrow without any of the Arrow characters in it so far. But I don't know if I want to relive all these moments. Awesome as they were at the time, they're quite painful as well. Ooh, hello Ollie. Always on this island, always getting trained, always in a hood. Oh, I don't like that. I know he's suspected now, but I'm sad.
It's time to get your friends.
Ooh, good.
Bad idea, okay?
Barry, at this point, there's not much time. I mean, there's no time to waste.
Is not going to include us turning on each other.
Nope, exactly.
Maybe you're right. Maybe
Paragon of Hope.
the speed force.
It is.
Mm.
The speed
Oliver.
force is the key to saving you.
Oh, goodness.
Key to saving everyone.
Including you, my love.
Oliver. I
They
am
all
Oliver
lost him.
Queen. Do something more.
He's always going to become something else, something more.
I've unlocked your potential, Barry.
Touching my head.
Use this power with caution.
Ooh.
Do you trust me?
Are you Oliver Queen?
Yes.
You trust Oliver Queen.
Then I trust you with every cell in my body.
Get emotional.
Good. Now run, Barry.
Run.
Run.
That was cool. Yeah, he deserved a bump in acting.
We find Nobu.
actually not a bad idea. Let's.
God knows what he's up to. Should have just left him in the vanishing point. Got him later. Barry, be careful, please. Oh my god. That wasn't horrifically terrifying. He's dressed. I mean, there's voiceovers when he first went in Arrow, and he's dressed like that too.
Not exactly. You're in the Speed Force, Barry.
Depends if they fall out.
We'll be consumed by antimatter.
Mm-hmm.
I can buy you time. The moments when the bonds between us were forged. Now do this, Barry. Because you have to.
Oh, this is awesome, but I'm also just very tense. I believe in you, Barry. Oliver believes in you. Even if he's a weird ghost.
What the hell is this?
What?
Asking myself the same question. What are you doing here?
How is he here?
Is this cosplay?
I can't believe Justice League Flash.
Sorry, I don't.
Comfy.
Yours is pretty cool.
Smooth.
This is really weird and unexpected. I saw people talking about Justice League.
No! What does that mean? How can this...
I thought that they were gonna call themselves Justice League, like our characters. I didn't think like he was gonna be in it. What does it mean? It means the movieverse is still going.
Mind over muscle, mind wins every time. But here.
But good over evil, good wins.
Universal domination, of course.
Oh, for God's sake, Lex.
Myself a few upgrades when I checked the Book of Destiny out of the library.
Of course you did. That was very silly, Ryan. Can we just shove Lex off the side of the universe now? Hi, Kate.
Deserted island.
So Kate's not in one of her own memories connections, she's in one of Oliver's connections.
Truth. And you should trust her judgment.
Is this something that's going to help Kate going forwards?
Who are you? They never met a human.
She looks all back in her old outfit.
I think Lex pulled the Luther on us.
Of course he did.
It makes me question again why I'm here. I haven't got special powers.
That's exactly why you're here. You're the paragon of humanity.
I don't know about Hope. You're definitely the paragon of pep talks.
Years of practice. I'm guessing you haven't flown on an alien planet either.
I've never flown.
Up, up.
And away. I do really like this revisiting all the old moments.
Did you go out shopping for a new costume while you're supposed to be out saving the world?
No, it felt like there was something you weren't telling me.
Yeah.
You and Kara, Barry.
Oh, Oliver.
Died trying to see. Wasn't a devil's bargain, Barry, and I'd make it again in a second.
It cost you.
Well, this is a lovely moment to be brought back to.
Engaging quantum portal.
I wouldn't do that.
This is so awkward. Story short.
The anti-monitor. Doesn't even sound like an actual name.
We all come to depend on each other.
Yeah.
We all come to trust each other.
Maybe something I can learn from.
Yeah, exactly.
Happening, and we would just
Hurry up, Kara and Ryan.
Lex, we need to talk.
An infinite number will be lost
Mhm.
if you go through with it.
You've got to trust the paragon of humanity.
Not worth it.
I mean, humanity has
Show up here
a meaning.
by magic.
Courage to do.
Don't take it personally.
Actually, she did have the courage to do it, and she did it. Like 2 months after you, so...
There is destiny. Welcome to mine.
Your destiny is to lose.
Paragons.
Yeah, I'm still a little unclear on what all that means.
It means you're powerful enough to hold the line.
Except from one of them's not there.
We need. I'll light the spark. You fan the flame.
And how do we do that? Always have to be so obtuse.
If I knew,
They're not even meant to be there, Lex.
have his trust.
Yeah.
Do you trust me?
With every cell in my body.
Ryan is quite underpowered here. But he's doing well.
Only I am eternal. We'll see about that.
Ooh. Ollie. You got this, guys.
It's difficult for you guys saving the world.
Yeah.
No.
You can fuck off. Very true. Come on, Ollie. I love Kara. Come on, Oliver. this universe. Yes, Oliver, come on! See ya, losers!
Being a hero feels like interesting.
I'm with Kara. Oh no, 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 no.
Destiny and retain his sanity.
I think the jury's still out on that one.
Uh-huh.
The book of
But we didn't have it to start with.
Humanity, truth, love, destiny,
I mean, if truth is being sorted out by Lex Luthor, it's going to be a very Fox News style of truth, isn't it?
and hope.
Yep, hope. We've got this, guys. Why does Lex have to ruin my nice shots of everyone standing next to each other? I'm very stressful, Oliver. They did it! Oliver! Oliver!
You both here to watch over my family.
Hey, Ollie, they're gonna be fine, alright? You're gonna be fine.
You all did.
You did too!
What did we do?
Just look.
So brave.
It's almost time.
Oh, sweetheart.
There.
You did it, okay? And that's why you gotta come back with us. So we need you to hang on, okay?
Sarah, this is just what the monitor said would happen.
This is all the monitor's fault.
It must end.
Oh, Oliver.
And it's a beginning.
I suppose if you have to die saving something, you could save the entire, every single person ever lived.
What I told you?
Dying is the easy part.
I'm at peace.
There's still one proper Arrow episode left to
Yeah,
fix
you're
this.
They're the ones who have to keep going.
So keep going. Don't ever stop.
They won't. Oliver.
Thank you, Oliver.
Oh God. There's still another episode of Crisis left. What on earth is happening in that one? Saving Oliver? So that was cheerful. I mean, that felt like more than one episode. Like, I can't believe I've only been sat watching for like 42 minutes. So much happened. The whole meeting with Ezra Miller's, that's his name, isn't it? His Flash, his Barry Allen, was really cool. I saw something about the Justice League. Like, when like I said, I've done my best to avoid spoilers. I haven't seen any like big spoilers. I had a feeling that Oliver wasn't going to make it through this part. I'm still holding on to hope about Oliver making it through ultimately somehow, and if not, I'll rewrite it in my head. You'll hear all about that in my final Arrow review, I'm sure. But I have done my best to stay off Twitter most of the time, and like off social media to a point, but like, it's 2020, you can't stay off social media all the time. So I have been on a little bit, and I saw something about Justice League, but I assumed that the main characters were going to call themselves the Justice League or something as kind of like a nod to everything. I didn't think one of them was going to turn up, so that was cool. Very unexpected, but very fun. And I still am not convinced by Lex Luthor's inclusion in this. Now, I do want to say that I think he's a brilliant Lex Luthor. I have nothing against the portrayal. He's a good villain, but to me, he's a Clark Kent villain. He shouldn't be a Kara Danvers villain. And the fact that he's taken this big part, I think someone maybe in a comment before said that Lex is a big part of the Crisis in the comics. Maybe he's a big part of that. So but they could have used literally anybody else. Other than Lex. I mean, even Lena, she's been a villain recently. I mean, okay, I know that but she could have done some of the stuff. She could have, you know, been doing this and trying to help them, but choosing to control brainwash the universe through, like, you know, that was her big plan in Supergirl, was to literally brainwash every single person on the planet to fit the ideal she thinks are right. So she could have been in Lex's shoes. She's as smart as Lex, if not smarter. She's going down the evil path, and okay, yeah, she would have viewed herself as being a hero. They wouldn't have had the quips about being a villain, but as far as she's concerned, she would have gone to Manu and made a deal, and then she'd been like, we can fix the world so everyone's good, you know. I still feel like Lena could have played the part that Lex played. I mean, she'd have been driving me crazy just as much as Lex was, but I feel like at least Lena is part of Kara's story, whereas Lex has kind of been shoved in last season to kind of, I don't know. As a character, Lex is great, but he should be in a Clark Kent story, not in a Kara Danvers story. But anyway, I enjoyed the kind of look back at little scenes from Arrow from the past. That made me emotional. Like, first of all, the bit where Oliver was like going through all his big fights, and then the bit where each of them were revisiting a key moment, a key point, and that was a lot to deal with, kind of reminiscing about their key moments and, you know, how much Oliver's grown. And I hope that Kate is going to be kind of taking on a little bit. Now I feel like so far in this crossover, Kate's kind of had a bit of a backseat, but that makes sense. I mean, not in the other episode quite as much, but she's relatively new. I mean, she's very new to the Arrowverse, so I think like as the crossovers go on, she will get a bigger part. But there's so many characters that have had these years of bonds that if she was there like crying over Oliver too, or being quite as invested, it would be a bit weird because she doesn't know them that well. But I like that she's still included, and she's an excellent paragon of courage, and Ryan was a lot of fun. I love Osric. I've done since Kevin Tran, but it was a lot. I knew I didn't like Marnie View, I knew I didn't like the Monitor, and it was literally all his fault. Nothing he ever does works. Everything he does is a mess, including trying to like time travel managed to be a mess. So yeah, I feel vindicated in my dislike for him. It was all his fault. But I'm glad they managed to save the day. And I am not so, I hate shows that end with main characters dying. I think it invalidates everything you've watched. It's kind of, it cheapens the show. It's just trying to go out with a bang and like, oh, we're gonna make you all feel really miserable. Like it upsets me deeply. So I am still clinging on to some kind of hope that Oliver's gonna survive, and that we're not gonna have had 8 seasons in an entire Arrowverse be reduced to Oliver dying. But if a character has to die temporarily, we're gonna say, at least it was sacrificing himself to save everyone. At least it wasn't kind of pointlessly, or, you know, to stop a tiny minor little bad guy. It was a pretty big deal what Oliver sacrificed, and that just shows you how wonderful he is, but it also shows you just how much he deserves to have his happy ending, to raise Mia, to raise William. He deserves to be with Felicity. He deserves to live a life, and I am holding out all my hopes for that. As always, the crossovers are brilliant. I love seeing them all working together and then bonding together. And just how strong their trust is now and how much it has grown from the beginning. And there's a whole other episode, so I feel like, I guess that episode is going to be dedicated to after the crisis in a way. Kind of, it's still, I guess, crisis-y because whatever happened. I mean, Oliver was speaking like there was one universe. Now we had a multiverse, so is there now going to be one universe? Because that surely is impossible, because then they've only saved like 1/1000th of the billions of people that died, because there'd only be one Kara Danvers and one, because if you had like an infinite number of multiverses, or there were at least hundreds, and then there were 100 versions of me, we wouldn't fit in the, it just wouldn't work. So I'm hoping that they've re-established a multiverse. Otherwise it was kind of a semi-victory, and tough luck if you were on a planet that didn't count to Oliver when he was creating the world. So but I am very interested in what will happen next, and, you know, kind of Oliver dying but being at peace. I mean, he has fought against this fate all season. He's been desperate to think that maybe Marnie was wrong. I mean, Marnie was an idiot, but unfortunately he wasn't wrong about that. And I mean, Marnie took Felicity at the end, so there's definitely something else that he's planning, and that flash forward. But I don't want it to be that Oliver and Felicity get to live together in the future, because then he still missed out on everything. But that's probably what it's going to be, if anything. But words, time, emotions. It's just, Oliver has been fighting against this fate of this dying. He's been terrified about it, giving up, leaving his family. But I mean, kind of, it's true in a way that, okay, yeah, like when someone dies, you mourn them because they didn't have a chance to live, and that is a huge part of it, that they have lost the chance to live and to have more experiences and to just be alive. But the person that died will have the terror of knowing they're going to die, but then there's nothing, then they're just gone. Whereas if you're left alive, you have to know they're missing, you feel that ache every day, and I think that's why it was important what Oliver said. But it's so important to me that Oliver died, because I don't accept this. Although anyone watching this, you've seen the end of Arrow, so yeah, you know whether or not I'm being hopeless. But when he died, he was obviously not happy, but he was at peace. He knew he had managed, that his sacrifice was worth it. That, you know, before there was always that theory of, what if I've made this terrible, terrible burden, this choice, and it's all for nothing? But he got to see that it was for everything, and, you know, his last vision, the last thing he saw was of this beautiful universe he'd managed to create, and I think that's really special and really important, and Oliver deserves the world. So yeah, I have really enjoyed this episode. It's probably been my favourite episode of Crisis so far, and I'm excited to see about the next one. So yeah, thank you for watching.